Big Lenny, I was talking to him the other day, and I had to ask him up front. I said, Big Lenny, I know that you love transsexuals, but there's something peculiar about your love for transsexuals, is that you really like African-American transsexuals only, which is peculiar, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just he has a racial preference. On the other hand, Tony Huge is actually more similar to most people who like transsexuals in that you tend to prefer very feminine-looking Thai transsexuals, who are the most feminine-looking transsexuals that I know of in the world. I've been to Thailand since 2001. I've seen a lot of them. They're very good-looking as ladies. Now, I want to ask you, first of all, why do you have a preference particularly for Asian women? Because I also noticed that your baby mamas are also Asian. Is it something cultural? And then second of all, why specifically the Asian transsexuals? Or is it the same reason? I don't know.
So I'll answer the more exciting one first, the transsexuals thing. Well, I think the black transsexuals are more likely to have a huge penis. So if the reason why a guy likes the tranny thing is because they like just that extreme, almost cartoon, bigger than life, they've got tits, they've got a big penis, and some do. Like there's some guys here in Thailand that love the lady boys, but they want the lady boy with the huge penis.
Interesting.
And then also black chicks are the personality difference is black chicks are like, just in general, just women, not just transsexual, are very aggressive and very blunt, whereas Asians are generally more subdued and more submissive. And so if you want the girl to be really aggressive, then you probably want more like black or Latina and less Asian. Although I don't think Lenny has experienced very many Asians, because he's over in Florida where you've got Latinas and you've got blacks and you just don't have a lot of Asians. I don't think he has enough reference point to really know whether he would like an Asian ladyboy. For me, I like femininity. So I have no problem watching another guy have sex. I have no problem having a threesome, 2 guys, 1 girl, whatever. I don't even mind a guy massaging me, almost to the point of being into an intimate massage. Doesn't bother me. Like, I'm not homophobic whatsoever. But as far as actually making me really excited and really hard, it's the feminine polarity. Mm-hmm. And it just so happens that ladyboys, which are men that have become women, and they have to work hard at it, because that's, that means potentially having surgeries. It means learning how to talk like a woman, learning how to act like a woman. These ladyboys are better women than most women as far as how they seduce a man. So like women are so lazy because cock comes so easy to them. They don't have to do anything. But the ladyboys actually have to learn how to be a woman. And if women did the same thing, I would be more attracted to women too. If women actually they can read books, but look at us men, we're looking at how to please a woman. We're looking at pickup artist stuff. We actually put effort into this, and women are freaking lazy. Ladyboys are not lazy. They put the effort in and they know a man. And for anybody that thinks that they would never sleep with a ladyboy, I am in Thailand and I watch guys go home with ladyboys that they have no idea they're ladyboys, and they even have surgical pussies, and they probably still have sex with them, and they probably still never know they slept with a ladyboy who they think was the hottest girl they've ever been with.
This is true. This is empirically true. If a gentleman goes to Thailand, he'll usually change his mind. Now, the interesting thing about Thailand is it has a long history, like ancient almost history, of having what they call ladyboys or transsexual women. And also this is the case actually also in India, by the way. It's actually in the Hindu religion or the caste system. There's actually a group of something like that. I don't know too many details about it, but I read Wikipedia a lot for some reason. I came across this thing. Now, what I was going to ask you is, with the transsexual acceptance movement in the U.S., has this had any effect on you in Thailand or some of the other places, Philippines? It's
horrible. Now, you'd think that I would say it's amazing because it's an acceptance thing of something that I like. But America approaches everything wrong, and they like poison. They spread it through the rest of the world. So here in Thailand, we have a beautiful system for transsexuals and ladyboys, which is they can use either bathroom. Nobody freaking cares what bathroom they use. Do whatever you want, whatever makes you happy. There is no judgment. Nobody's fighting amongst each other for anything. This is a Buddhist culture of love and mutual respect. Do what makes you happy. Mm. And In America, it's exactly the opposite. It's like, how do we put this person into a box? How do we judge them? How do we make the rules different for them? Because we're trying to say it's the same, but it's not. We're isolating them and drawing attention to them in a way that is in the same way that you do with any culture when you're trying to push everybody against each other so that the government or whatever powers that be can at any time use any one group to attack another group by using the media. So I just think it should be mutual love and respect and do whatever you want. And the change shouldn't be about forcing people to allow certain bathrooms or whatever. It should be more about a movement of love and respect and acceptance. And in Thailand, it's funny because, in America, transsexuals it's just like a circus show, or people find offense to it because it's against Christianity or something like that. But in Thailand, like, they're super respected. They have the respect of the women. They have the respect of women. A ladyboy is able to go into a group of women and be one of the women. Mm-hmm. And earn that community respect. And then also, because they have the skills of a man, they can lead that group of women. So you'll notice, like, ladyboys are oftentimes the leader of a group of women. And they're usually very successful because they have some of the men's logic and drive. And they also have the seduction. They can actually get more of what they want. Because they are more seductive to both women and men. Like, they just understand because they had to put that extra effort in on how to get what they want, basically.
This is very coherent. Now, I want to ask you, how is the Philippines a little bit different culturally in that regard? Is it similar? I mean, they do have a long practice of it, but...
It's definitely in the Philippines. And the ladyboys in the Philippines, I've had some of the best experiences. Like, I've made friends with some ladyboys in the Philippines. They're just some of the coolest people I've ever met. Like, it's like hanging out with a girlfriend and hanging out with your best guy friend at the same time. It's so freaking cool. But they don't have access to as much money for surgeries and things. So what you'll find in the Philippines is like they've got the mannerisms down and all this, but they haven't had as many of the surgeries, so they can't as easily trick you. I mean, I've been tricked in both, but it's not as easy for them to trick you in the Philippines as it is in Thailand.